Welcome to the snowy woods here at Empty Mountain. Our overhead industrial power lines are quite vocal right now, as is their pattern in certain types of weather and different atmospheric conditions. If you've been following along, you know that I find it to be a delightful irony that we live underneath high-flying, like cross-country industrial power lines, and we live off-grid. And also, I like to engage with these power lines with my heartfulness, make friends with the power lines, because I don't love all the noises they make. So I use them as a practice to like send my love and care to all the people these lines are serving. I like to think of all those people running over here atop Empty Mountain, so enjoy your electricity, people. We're very happy living off grid, just as a FYI. Okay, so today I am chopping some wood. An important update on that front is that we just tooled up this week and got a 10-ton hydraulic log splitter, which was a really good upgrade for us because we just got a cord of wood delivered 2 or 3 weeks ago. And I'm having trouble chopping it to the size that will fit in our wood stove in our small cabin. I've been practicing and really enjoying the activity of like swinging an axe and chopping wood, but this wood is just like, I don't know if it's like wet or what, but I just don't have enough oomph to get through this wood as I'm chopping it. So we're like, how about we get a log splitter? I just pulled it out of the box yesterday and started using it. Super happy with it. It's going to be a valuable, important member of Team Empty Mountain, especially this winter, as I make my way slowly through the cord of wood that we have. And, you know, we'll be interested to see if, like, I mean, we're thinking potentially a cord will be enough for us to get through the whole of winter, but we have no idea. It doesn't really matter. We're just kind of curious to know. Like, our cabin is small enough where like we light a fire 2 to 3 times a day, like once in the morning, once before we go to bed, or like around dinner time, and then sometimes midday. Sometimes we just need 2 fires a day, so it just depends on the outside temperature and weather. But I mean, it's easy for folks not to really have a strong sense of this because most houses are quite larger, quite a bit larger, but ours is just so small that it just doesn't take a lot to heat it. It's insulated really well, it holds the heat well. Like, you know, we can light it around dinner time. In the morning when I wake up, the lowest it's been so far is like 64 degrees. So it's just not, you know, not very cold. So anyway, we're just, you know, we don't need that much. So, but here is the log splitter. Yeah. So, like, something that I appreciated too is just like, it was just ready to go right out of the box. You just like stick the handles in, boom. Like, it's ready to roll, so that's nice. It's kind of a beast to like move around, but it's doable. I think it's like 80 pounds or something. Not impossible. And I just like kind of doing this a little bit at a time. I like the activity. I like getting outside and doing this a little bit at a time. And like, I also have to keep an eye on, I have a nerve condition, so I can't overwork myself. I have to keep a close eye on how much activity I get. So I'm totally fine just doing this a little bit at a time, 20, 30 minutes, a couple times a week. Like, and again, we just don't use that much. So like, it seems like a doable, enjoyable activity to me. You know, so this is part of the cord of wood here. in one of our storage places. The other part of the cord of wood, we just started in on this cord, so we had a bunch of stuff, you know, that I'd cut up over the summer and stuff. So we just used that, so we just started in on the cord. So here's the other part of the cord of wood that we have. Here's our second Huminar compost bin, and it's actually, let's see, it's actually still right around 60 degrees, so it's still activated in there a little bit. It's like 32 degrees out right now. It's been in the 20s and teens at night. We haven't, I don't think, climbed much above freezing here in a few days. So I'm gonna see if I can rig this camera up to show you this log splitter in action on my little tripod here. Okay. So I'm starting to get a sense of like what's gonna work in the log splitter and what isn't. Like some of the stuff is really gnarly. It's got like huge knots in it or like huge veins of sap. And for those, like this isn't cutting it. So I do have a small pile of wood that I'm trying out that I just can't get through with this, but mostly I'm able to get through it. So let's see. Oh, that sound is the sound of victory. That's so satisfying. Oh my god. Okay. Let's see. That one was the easy one. So, you see there? So then I just, let's see if I can hold the camera and do a thing. So just kind of open it up. Boom. Ta-da. So like, you know, still in a period of discerning of like what's too big for our wood stove, because again, just we're so small, so we like big pieces of wood, they just won't burn well, and they'll snuff out, so like smaller is better for us. So this is all the stuff that I've already chopped up. This is the stuff that still needs to be done. Here's my pile of stuff I can't get through. And I can like already tell like that this one, I'm not gonna be able to get through this one. Like look how big that knot is. It's huge. Like the log splitter, as soon as it like starts working it, it's just gonna meet its match in there. So some of this, I don't know, either Mike's gonna need to try to like man beast his way through it with the axe, or like maybe we'll need the chainsaw to do some of these. That's very possible. So anyway, just kind of still learning as I go here, like the capacity of what this can do and how to arrange these logs in here to get the right split. And then sometimes I'm splitting them down a couple of times just to get them to size. So let's see, I'll try out this one again here. Nice. Okay. Let's step in here. I came out here to chop, to use the splitter, and then I remembered I have this hat with a brim on it, which I've never understood hats with brims for some reason, like winter hats. And now I totally get it. It's for those of us who wear glasses. Of course it is. Keeps the snow from getting all over our glasses so we can't see. What? It's a miracle. It's amazing. Found this hat at a thrift store. Super good find. So, so got out my brim hat so that I can wear my glasses and still see. It's amazing. So this wood we got delivered, like I said, 2 or 3 weeks ago from a guy just down the road, like 3-4 miles, which is great. And he stocked this part of what he does in his business. So like we have easy access to firewood very close by. He delivered it for free. Reasonable price, good price, nice guy. And so like it felt so nice to be able to have like local access, very nearby to get wood. And when I texted him, he's like, what kind of wood do you want? Do you want, what were the option? It was fir or pine? Were those the options? Fir or pine, yeah. And I was like, I don't know. So I like texted Mike and he's like, get the fir. Burns a little hotter and better and might be especially well used in our sauna once that's up and going. So we bought fir, so this is fir. And some of you may be wondering, you live in the woods, why don't you just collect your own wood? Well, here's the thing. We could do that, and that's what we have been doing until just recently. But here's the thing, it's just the two of us out here, and turns out there's only so much time in the day. So, and we've been doing a lot of other things. So we've been prioritizing building the guest hut and now the sauna. Mike's been roofing, I work, like, we're doing programming and events here, like we're doing other things. So we're like, you know what, collecting the wood just takes a lot of time, a lot of work. We have to find it, we have to get it here, we have to haul it from all over the property. We have 24 acres and our means are limited. So it's like, you know what, we're just gonna buy some wood this winter. That sounds amazing. So we're gonna help ourselves out and just buy the wood and prioritize other projects right now. So that's what we did. Anyway, so I'm gonna head back to it here. Let's see if I can, hopefully the camera picked it up all right with my self-cameraing action here. So yeah, I don't think I'm even gonna try that one because it's just gonna like get stuck. I don't think I can do this one-handed. All right, we were gonna try for. There's only so much multitasking I can do. Also, what I'm using as a camera is as for filming is a 13-year-old small Canon PowerShot, like a digital camera that I bought like 12 years ago, 13 years ago. So that's our high-tech operation. You can see, if you've been following along, we don't do any editing. We're just like one-shot wonders. I get the camera out, hook it up to my computer. I have to upload the videos in town because our cell signal through which we get 4G and Wi-Fi is not powerful enough to upload videos. It takes forever. We can do it. It just takes like 8 hours, like a really long time. So I have to upload the videos once I leave and go to town, which I do once a week. So anyway, we're dealing with we have limited tech means out here. We're working with what we have is what I'm saying. Right now, today, as I'm doing this, Mike is shoring up our tent structure. So we have two like pop-up, like carport tents, and we've decided to experiment with leaving those up this winter since we're here. They're tarped, and he's putting some extra bracing in so that they can withstand the snow load and not collapse, hopefully, because right now one of them is storing a bunch of lumber that we milled up for the sauna. The other one has a bunch of tools and materials in it, has our generator in it that we use every day. Now that we're not getting sun, as you can see, this is kind of what western Montana looks like in the winter. Like, this is kind of what we'll probably look like until March or April. Sort of the sky and the land pretty much the same color. So very gray here in western Montana where we are here in the mountains. When I hear people struggle with the winter here, it's not the cold, it's not the snow that people tend to struggle with, it's the grayness. We just really don't get any direct sunlight. It's all diffused. Like whenever the sun breaks through, we're like, oh my god, this is amazing. So we get very little sun here in the winter. So Welcome to what it looks like here, western Montana, in the wintertime. Winter Wonderland.